They're each different. This is my fifth, and I've seen an evolution. And last year you saw the first signs of it, to where people were eating healthier. You know, they had lost a lot of weight from the year before. They stopped smoking. They're more concerned about instead of trying to fix the planet, more about fixing themselves or their community. They're bringing it down, personal. Last year I saw that, to where, you come out here and you don't see big giant bands of people smoking anymore. It's way more mature, but it is a lot freer. They've experienced it already from previous PORCFEST and living their lives and meeting other people. It grows and it gives you the idea of that anything's possible.
My name is Bill Gubert. I am the founder and publisher of ZeroGov.com. That is my email address there, thirdgun@hotmail.com. ZeroGov.com, of course. I have a book on Amazon that carries that very same title that you see there on Amazon Kindle. I would urge you to buy it, because of course I'm up here to do some shameless self-promotion. But nonetheless, at $2.99, it's pretty inexpensive. But what I'd like to talk about today is my journey, why the Constitution is one of the most diabolical and clever instruments to make a slave people think they are free, and talk about what some of our remedies are, and why abolitionism is the only moral and virtuous path that we should travel and arrive at.
As you can see, there's lots of activities for children, families, and there's plenty of discussions about the future, how we can move towards a voluntary society without the coercion of governments, and there's plenty of activities in commerce where people are buying and selling items, lots of good food, lots of other good products and services.
It's people looking for more freedom, and this has been going on for over 10 years now, and it's just, to some people it's a preview of what a voluntary society would look like. Voluntary meaning we don't have the force of the gun or force of government telling people what to do, and they just kind of interact with each other voluntarily.
The costs associated with getting involved with crypto anarchy and in promoting the crypto anarchy strategy with very few costs.
This is the future. This is society. I met my fiance here. We're going to get married here next year, and this is it. This is what freedom is.
If the government were to shut down the internet, all of a sudden business would go, hey, wait a minute, our customers just went away. They wouldn't tolerate it. So that would break the link between government and big business at that point, because the big business couldn't see any percentage in shutting off all commerce.
If this walkie-talkie can talk to this walkie-talkie, let's say, and this walkie-talkie can take the signal from this and pass it on to the next walkie-talkie, encrypt it and pass it on. And the idea is my walkie-talkie passes your signal if you pass my signal.
What services do you want to see happen? What do you want to see necessary in terms of, being productive for the festival this week without connecting to the outer internet?
Well, I think that's the real first question, is what is the goal? Right, I mean, if you're... Yeah, so the question is like, what are we talking about with mesh networking? Is it...
Our country's bankrupt, our economy is not working, and I believe we can solve these problems with bold solutions that are premised on liberty. Free markets, individual rights to act in their own interest, balanced budgets, and constitutionally restrained government. I believe that those approaches, those premises, can be used to win over voters in sufficient numbers to solve these problems. We need to turn our economy around. We need to balance the federal budget. I've lived here in the state for 40 years. I've started and run about 10 businesses here. I served in the state senate. I wrote the state's charter school law. I initiated debate that led us to have electricity competition here. I've done a lot of things that have illustrated how more freedom, more individual choice can actually improve people's lives. Our charter schools have shown that we can have much better schools at lower cost, solving problems, more freedom.
Voluntarily set our nodes to go to this one locally hosted in a node, and they'll say, hey, I've got a gateway to the internet. Right now, he's had to go and set up his own repeaters.
This year's theme is do it yourself. So this year is all about how can we how can we really make this real for us? You know, so it's like, all right, let's talk about moving to New Hampshire and creating a free society. What does that mean? What does it look like? And here's the steps that we can take to really make ourselves free. So whether that's, you know, buying a farm and, you know, growing our own food, or if we're apartment dwellers, you know, creating some little, you know, container gardens so that we can have some form of food independence. You know, what does that mean as far as making a living, right?
4.5 terabytes that
Whoa.
they flooded him with.
Good Lord.
That's one of the things they do, apparently. So you got to wade through that.
Go to the documentary world. So when was that? In the 80s that you moved into documentaries?
I did Fiat Empire in 2007.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I filled in this thing.